Uh-oh, got a globe pilot in the lobby.
I like the sound of that. We're gonna open the mic and let Quantum just,
It's really easy to be a pilot. I became a pilot last week. It cost me $5 in 5 minutes. Now I'd fly drones. I'm a FAA registered drone pilot. So pilot means nothing. Let's find out what kind of thing he pilots.
Who's this pilot in the lobby?
Don't know.
I think Brad's talking to him right now.
I make the joke. I kind of steal from the movie Idiocracy. Like,
I'll give you guys some context. Give me a second.
Says according to the chart, you're retarded. It's okay though, Skrull. Plenty of retards live totally kick-ass lives these days. My ex-wife was a pilot, or was a tard. She's a pilot now.
It's gonna take me a minute to watch this video.
Oh, he's already here. It's the Levi dude. Levi GJ.
Strauss?
You guys have fun.
All right. Let me give him a roll. Verified and unserver mute. Levi GJ, you have ability to speak. Control of your mic. Welcome to the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord.
Oh dear.
What brings you by, man?
Well, I found it kind of interesting that one of your friends, or whatever, one of the members at least, was
Yeah, he's a moderator. He invited you here. Yep.
Ah, okay. I just got a little confused at first.
No problem, man. So we're about here, the topic of the shape of the Earth, and it seems like he filled this in that you are a pilot. Now, is this correct?
Yeah.
All right. What do you fly, if you don't mind me asking? Being is that you're a pilot?
Beechcraft Baron.
I'm not familiar with that craft. Is it a small craft or a commercial?
Your basic turbine twin prop.
Okay. And how high have you taken that craft up?
It's rated for about 36,000 feet.
Have you taken it that high?
No, I think it was 35,000 feet.
Okay. So the highest you've been on that craft is 35,000 feet. Is this correct?
Correct.
Okay. And, we're on about the shape of the Earth here. So is there anything that within your experience of being a pilot that you could honestly say that you're flying over a globe?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And so what can you detail to us that exactly you're flying over a globe? What is it that that? Is there any instrument that can tell you that? Is there experience that you're looking at? Like what can you tell us?
So it's a little bit of both. Now, I'll add this to it. It's a little unrelated, but in aviation, or the FAA requires that you understand that there's a difference between true north and magnetic north. Magnetic north deviates to the rotation of the Earth. It's slightly off axis.
Whoa. That's not true.
Well, no, there's a difference between true north.
Yeah, I know. That was correct, but you said it was due to the rotation of the Earth. That's not
true. No, not rotation. My apologies. Well, personally, I don't know, but I know the difference, and it changes over time.
Yeah, there's declination you got to adjust for it when you're using maps in magnetic north. Yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's not answering the question.
How would you describe the shape of the Earth? I want your example on this.
Well, flat isn't a shape; it's an aspect. So we know it's not a sphere. That's for damn sure.
Okay, so do you mean like it appears to the human eye that it's flat, or
Absolutely. So when you're making an observation from your craft at the altitude that you were in, you shouldn't see any curvature anywhere. Now, if you're claiming that because you were on the craft, and like I asked you before, was there anything that you've seen or gave you an impression that the Earth you're flying over is a globe? And you didn't really give me an answer to that.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
I see what you're getting at here. It
Yeah, I'm getting at
will
like,
appear
how do you know you're
definitely
flying
that
over
it's
a globe? That's what I'm getting at. Like, pretty clear what I wanted you to kind of explain.
All right. So when you're flying over North Pole, you will watch compass. You can set a true heading, which is a gyroscope or a GPS. It will hold its hold its orientation no matter.
Okay, real quick. I'm sorry, Levi. I don't mean to interrupt, but I do have to.
Yeah.
This example that you're talking about, did you do this before you continue?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, continue,
Yes,
please.
this is something I've witnessed. Okay. So there's an instrument on the aircraft that allows for the setting of a heading. It is not affected by any sort of magnetic interference. It's a gyroscope. It goes off of gyroscopic rigidity.
Whoa,
It's
whoa, whoa, whoa,
rotation.
whoa, 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 whoa! Stop. Before you leave out,
Yeah.
how do you calibrate that gyro compass?
Okay, so let me
Are you talking
explain
about a
little
gyro
bit.
compass? I'm sorry.
No,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
let me
Forgive me. I thought you said gyro compass. Go on.
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
Let me explain. Not trying to sound like I'm dumbing it down, but I want to simplify so you understand what a gyroscope is.
No, we don't need
Gyroscope.
to know what a gyroscope is.
Well, it helps explain this. So,
Well, it doesn't because
gyroscope.
we've listened to what gyroscopes have been for the past 5 years. He asked you for proof that the Earth
Yes.
is a sphere.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'll continue.
I think he's
Gyroscopic
trying to get there.
rigidity. So this heading indicator will only go off of a gyroscope. Gyroscope does not change. As you're flying over the North Pole, it will remain in the same spot, but you'll watch as your compass will flip. But the
So?
gyroscope will not.
So?
Okay.
Well, if you
How do you-
continue in that straight line, at some point you will
Well-
hit the South Pole.
No. What I'm talking
Oh,
about
goodness.
once again, Levi. It's cool that you did that, right? Because it's not, even though you're saying that you flew over the North Pole and you saw this flip happen. How do you know you're flying over a globe? Because
Well,
that can
see-
happen. That can happen. Okay, think about this. If it's a flat and stationary Earth, right? And you're flying straight and that flip happens, it could actually happen on a level plane. You don't need to have a globe. So how do you know it is a globe?
Well, if you continue in that straight line and reach the South Pole, and then fly from the South Pole.
Have you
to the
done that?
north,
No, have you
No,
done that?
that's-
Okay, so
that's not a
we're
possible
talking
flight.
right at this current time right now. What I asked was, since you're a pilot and you have done something like this example you just gave us, how do you know the Earth is a globe from what you know as a pilot, specifically you and what you have done, not what you haven't done?
Okay, well, all right. I have this
Okay.
example. Now, this example can be interpreted in many ways, but I'd like to point out one of those. That is, when you're in an aircraft, due to something called the Coriolis effect.
Oh, God.
If you are flying in a straight line, the Earth will move from under you. You will not. Eventually, if somehow you manage to fly in a straight line for long enough. Wait, hold on. I have, sorry, another question. So, you imagine that it's on a ball. What other shape could it be?
Oh,
We're
no.
gonna get to
Table.
we're gonna
Yeah.
get to the Coriolis effect here in
Yeah.
a minute. He's
that's
asking
painful.
you.
Can
Can I butt in for 1 second?
No,
Look,
hold on a second, lunatic. I'm going to try to explain it to him one more time. We're going to get to the Coriolis effect or the lack of Coriolis effect here in a minute. He's asking you about the globe, about the shape of the Earth itself. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. I have yet to hear anything.
the thing that I wanted to say was that I did tag you, Levi. It's not that long of a video. After this conversation, when you have time, I'd like you to watch it and tell me how it's wrong, because this is another international pilot like that flew many flights and talking about the gyro. And she says that it's plain as day. She flew for like 25 years or something like that. And just never saw it until a certain day, and then she realized like this, it's just so clear.
All right.
Also,
I got a
genuine
question for you. Because are you going to provide evidence that it's a globe? Because we're going to get right to the direct evidence, right? Pretty
I
quick.
have a genuine question to ask.
Good.
Okay, so seeing as you don't believe the Earth is
No,
a round shape.
no, it doesn't have anything to do with belief.
No, okay, so yes, you. How
No,
do I put this? Not
I
believe,
know.
but you know.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't believe that I know. I know. I'm going to show
Yeah.
you here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Okay, so I'm not going to disagree with your answer, but I'm actually
Are you going
genuinely
off your own statistics or
interested.
someone else's statistics?
No, I'm going off my own, but
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking
genuinely,
about the other guy.
I'm genuinely interested in your answer to this question. Do you believe in NASA? What they
Do I
do?
believe in NASA?
We're not
Maggie,
gonna go to
let's
some random. Yeah, we're
What
not gonna
kind
go
of
to some
question
random.
is that?
We're
I
not going to
don't
go to some
know
random. Levi, one
exactly,
second.
like-
Levi. We're not
Yes.
going to go to some random questions, okay?
Okay.
We're going to stick to what I had first asked you when you first came in here. And is that you're a pilot and you have experience flying over the Earth. I want you to tell everybody here how it is a globe because of your experience as a pilot. Now, it seems like you want to jump off to many other questions, but the more interesting one is how come you're not telling people now that the Earth is a globe because you are a pilot and you've flown over it at a certain altitude, 35,000 feet, as you said, from the craft that you're using. But you started going off on other different topics like Coriolis and all these other things. Now we're going to have to address those because that's something you mentioned, right? So we're going to address that. I think Quantum's going to get into that here in just a moment. But that's why I was asking you these questions, because of you being a pilot, not going and asking us any questions. We can tell you about flat Earth. We want to know why you think it's a globe because you're a pilot, right? That's what we want to know right now.
I have an example. All right, this is a personal example. This has happened. I do know this effect does describe, well, an idea of the Earth being something. Okay, so this is used in aviation everywhere, known as the GPS. Okay,
Stop.
now.
Stop. This has nothing whatsoever to do with the question. GPS, you're begging the question till the cows come home. Okay, listen, can we make this quick, Miggy?
Absolutely.
All right, you know
I'm
what?
gonna
No,
post it.
I'm not gonna
Listen,
do
I'm gonna post.
GPS
This is gonna
today.
be real easy. It's there's no tricksies in here. I just posted my website, and one of my proofs for a flat Earth is flight. And I want to go through this. I want you to go ahead and click on that, and I'm gonna go through this real quick. Like I said, there's no tricksies here. It's very simple, and you should be able to answer this relatively quick. How about that?
Okay.
Tell me when you're on the site.
Are you gonna send me a link or something like
I did. It's in the live stream voice text at 43 minutes after the hour under a Santa hatted
Yeah,
quantum
found it.
eraser. It says in big white letters flight. Got a little airplane right above it.
Yep.
Tell me when you're there.
Oh, I know exactly what she's talking about.
What?
I know exactly what she's talking about.
What she? I'm not a she, I'm a he.
No, the person in the video. I'm watching the video.
Why
Yeah,
are you watching?
he's talking about the thing that I told him he should wait till after he's done talking with you guys, but he's watching the video of the
Sir,
Dutch
don't watch
pilot.
the video. We're getting on to the proof. I want you to go to the Globe Terminator's website, please. Go to the flight. This will be real quick.
Okay. All right.
Tell me when you're there. And tell me what the first 3 or 4 words say.
What the hell? Where is it? Oh, the Globe Terminator.
It's at 43 minutes after the hour. It says flight in white letters and it has a little plane above it.
Yeah. Okay, what is this? What the hell is this?
So it starts off with since the earth is. You with me?
Yeah, this website's a little comedic. The top.
Fucking comedic. Really? How
Yeah.
so?
Well, no, the top looks a little eccentric.
The top? The top
The
of
top
what?
of the website. The top of the website. Globe Terminator.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
little
me.
eccentric.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm eccentric. You're gonna feel that here in a second.
yes, I do.
All right. So see if you can follow along with this. I'm gonna go real slow. Since the Earth is, as we're told, a sphere of 25,000 miles in circumference, radius of 3959 miles, then pilots traveling for 1 hour at a typical cruising speed, this is a commercial flight, of 500 miles an hour to simply maintain altitude would constantly have to adjust their altitude downwards to compensate for the curvature and descend on average 2,789 feet every minute. Now, to negotiate the drop, I really don't care what the plane does. It can barrel roll, split S, wing over, tail slide, slow roll, Cuban 8, falling leaf, the Chandeli, or the hokey pokey, but it must descend, and everyone on the plane will know it. My example, how many miles of vertical drop? That's geometric drop. This is not a sight gag. This is actual geometry of the earth. So how many miles of vertical drop must be negotiated over a distance of 500 miles an hour on a ball with a circumference of 25,000 miles? Answer, 31.7 miles. How many feet are in 31.7 miles? That would be 167,376 feet. So 167,376 feet of vertical drop must be negotiated over 500 miles on the earth. My example, real world. I'm traveling by commercial plane from the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers to Atlanta, Georgia for the Super Bowl. This was a few years ago. Approximate distance is 500 miles. So the typical cruising speed is 500 miles. So 500 miles distance at 500 miles per hour is travel time of 1 hour. So how many feet of vertical drop per minute on average needs to be negotiated on my trip? The total feet vertical drop, as we went over, is 167,376 feet. Travel times 1 hour, simple calculation. 167,376 feet divided by 60 minutes. So the answer is 2,789.6 feet of vertical drop per minute average must be negotiated by the plane on my trip. Does this ever happen? Nope. The
Yeah.
sphere is a Stone's Cold fairy tale. End of argument. Give you a couple minutes. Take that in. I got another example down beneath it. It's 1,000 miles, but we don't need to go there.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. So you're saying there is a total amount of altitude that must be lost over a certain distance.
Yes, 500 miles.
Is the pilot drunk?
No.
Because, quite frankly, what's known as an attitude indicator will keep the plane pointed towards the horizon, which should not indicate a climb or a descent unless there is a change
Well,
in air
sir, the
pressure or
sphere
temperature
that
due
you're
to
living
horizontal.
on is dropping away from you at 8 inches per mile squared.
What is?
The sphere beneath you, you know, the ball that you allegedly live on, as
Yes.
you're traveling, that sphere is the ground is dropping away from you. That means
Why-
curving because it's a
Why is
sphere.
that?
Because it's a
Yeah, but
sphere.
if you're flying in a... Okay, all right. So,
You're not following this, are you?
no, I am. So you mean you're flying along the horizon? You're flying.
You're
up
flying
the
level,
line.
like flights usually do. Maybe 2%, 2 degree up, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay, so this is about to get a little confusing, but I'll try my best.
Heh.
So, when you follow the horizon, it
Yeah.
will not guide you off the edge of the earth, and it will not cause you to enter a climb or a
Yeah, I know,
descent.
because it's a flat Earth. What does horizon mean?
Horizon is a visible edge. A visible edge is pretty much as far as you can see.
So it's the appearance or apparent junction between the Earth and sky, correct?
Yes, apparent.
Is it flat?
It's relative.
It's flat. Horizon, flat.
Can appear.
That's another total problem. You're missing this. The ground beneath your feet as you're flying level.
Yeah.
If you're flying at 500 miles an hour, that ground is dropping, vertical dropping away from you at 8 inches per mile squared. So you have to adjust your altitude. You must, or you'll continue to gain altitude above the surface that's curving away from you. Right?
Okay, so I just don't know about that, seeing as
What do you mean you
most-
don't know about that?
because notice that flying in a straight line now, I do know that the aircraft is 200 miles an hour slower,
Doesn't matter.
but if you fly straight and level with the horizon, you align the aircraft with the horizon. There is something known as a vertical speed indicator. It tells you, or tells the pilot,
Oh, what?
via numbers, if you are in a climb and a descent, in the rate
Yeah.
indicated in feet
And
per
it's not
minute, but
telling you
that
anything,
is
right?
level at 0.
Yeah, that's right, because the Earth's flat. Thank you for proving my argument.
There we go. Good point.
Thank you.
Good point on that.
That's it.
Oh my. I am.
He's got a lot of good points, my man.
It's as simple as that. Welcome to Flat Earth. Snacks are in the back. Bathrooms on the left. DJ's on the way.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know, right? Pretty mind blowing, huh, Levi?
Bathroom's clogged.
These
Again?
dumb flat earthers aren't so dumb, are they?
Just a little odd.
Well, it's not odd. It's just something you haven't realized, Levi. And the realization of it is just now hitting you. Like, you've never really thought about it like this. You've only been taught that the Earth is a globe. It's been a foregone conclusion in your mind for such a long time. And so now that you can actually critically think about it, it does make sense.
I think he's
So-
experiencing cognitive dissonance. I'm not
Yeah.
convinced yet.
No,
Yeah.
hold
I
on.
think we
So,
got a little. I think we got a little ways with him.
I know
go.
this
No.
is a little off topic, but now I have.
But they lie.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, a little off topic. But what shape do you think it is? Because I heard you originally
Okay.
say that
We don't know.
you
We don't know.
originally-
What do you do to determine a shape?
Well, if you're really close to a massive object, the first
What do
thing
you
would
do
be
to determine a shape with anything that is a shape? How do you determine the shape? By doing what?
observe it geometrically?
No.
What?
Starts with the letter M.
You can do two things. You can do two things. You get far enough away and then turn around and look, or you can or you can M it.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
the
so
M?
you're saying you can get far enough away and look at it. However, have you seen footage from the ISS?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Do we want to go down this road right now, Miggy, or we want to stick with the?
If you can figure out the M.
Yeah, if you can figure out the
Man.
M.
I mean, if he's not going to give it to us, then we're just going to go ahead and probably take space away too. So
I'm going to take the vacuum of space away, if you don't mind, sir. Levi?
What?
Yeah, we're saying that every single image, because you haven't seen photographs from ISS or anything else, because they are allegedly in the vacuum of space. There's a little problem with that because that's a second law of thermodynamics violation. Are you familiar with the second law of thermodynamics?
Oh, I know exactly where you're going with this.
I don't think you
Okay.
do. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I do.
Nah, me neither, dude.
So
Okay, continue.
yeah, I'm not going to, you don't have to be an expert in the second law of thermodynamics to understand and know for absolute certainty that you need a container for gas pressure. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, see, on the fairy tale spinning space monkey ball brought to you by Jesuit priests. You like that? That was my piece of flair, man. I have pieces of flair.
Oh, wow.
You see, in this little fiasco, they forgot. Well, they just assumed that people wouldn't think about this. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. They're friggin' lunatics. No offense, Lou. That to have gas pressure, you need a container. However, in this fairy tale, it's an open system. There is no container. So my question to you is, how are you still breathing?
Good question.
That is a good question, and because the vacuum of space is allegedly, as we're told, 10 to the negative 17 torr. So according to the second law of thermodynamics, that the gas pressure here on Earth will quickly find its way to fill the available volume, which is, according to the fairy tale story, 3.58 times 10 to the 80th cubic meters. That number is unimaginable volume. So it should rush out in attempt to fill that and equilibrate with its surroundings. So at sea level, it should be 10 to the negative 17 torr, but it's not. We have gas pressure. Therefore, anything involving the vacuum of space, any of NASA's little fairy tale stories, the ISS, any little trips out there, anything involved with the vacuum of space is thereby debunked by the principal pillar of physics, the second law of thermodynamics. That's it. Again?
All right. So since you don't have space to actually refer to what the Earth looks like, there's another way that you could find out, which was the second way that me and Elijah were trying to get you to realize. It starts with the letter M. You know what that is, Levi?
A map.
No. Measurement.
Or observe it geometrically, which is
okay.
Very well.
Do you understand that's a way you can derive what you know if something is, curving away from you, you'd be able to measure it, right? The curvature, I mean.
First, that's absurd that you can look at something and measure it by looking at it. I mean, look, yo, like, what the fuck are tailors for?
Not something that big. Let's not get off on this rampage. You can't observe it. It's too big, correct? You can't observe the whole thing. So you can't do that.
Well, you couldn't observe the whole Earth because it's not a flat object, and if it's not a round one.
A flat object?
You can't observe. How can you observe it? The whole thing. We just destroyed the fairy tale vacuum of space, so you're not getting away from it.
Okay.
You can't observe it.
So
you have to measure it, right?
Would you believe? So if you said that we can't observe the whole thing,
right?
Yep. Do you also believe that light has mass?
Light doesn't have mass. What the? That's not
That's
even
a hell of a tangent.
Science.
That was proven that light has.
Light
You-
has no
you
rest
just-
mass.
You
Wait a
drove
second.
off the
What?
cliff.
Wait. Hold up. That isn't even parroting the correct pseudoscience, sir. Citation, please.
Photons have mass.
Citation, please. Citation right here in voice text. Right now.
Right now.
And
Have
that
photons
doesn't have
mass?
anything to do with your argument anyway.
Now we're just talking loony bin stuff.
While you're doing that, we're going to head to the Black Swan and we're going to kill this quick. How you like that? What do you think about that?
All right.
Maggie? We want to kill
Yeah.
this quick or do you want to drag it out?
Nah, just end it, man.
Just
He's
destroy
taking he's taking too
Black
long.
Swan.
Don't play with your.
Okay, so have you heard of Albert Einstein? Would you?
No,
we're not
never-
going to go there. We're not going to go
That's
there.
what. That's
D
the
to
man
the
who
V.
proved that energy,
Please delete your.
photons have mass.
Just hold off a second, sir. Unless you're going to post a citation telling us that light has mass, which has nothing to do with the argument anyway.
Where?
Thank you, sir. Thanks, D to V. Who is Albert Einstein? That's too funny. Okay. Are you looking for the citation or can we get to the killer? In fact, it's already dead. We already killed it with the flight, your profession, but we're going to really destroy it right now.
Okay, well, I'm looking for it. You can.
Oh, you'll never find it because it's horseshit. Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know Albert Einstein very well. Yeah. Are you talking about the general theory of relativity or special relativity? Or are you going with photoelectric effect? What are we talking about here?
The one where he
Say
married his
that
cousin.
Oh,
If you
one way
couldn't see the whole Earth, what I'm trying to say is, for example, black holes have mass. I would
No,
understand.
no.
That would
No, they
imply that
don't.
you
Okay, let's move on. You're not going to find it. I'll tell you what. At the end, you could post a citation, and we'll close the server if you could post something that says that about that. So at 00 minutes after the hour, are you with me?
Okay.
Do you
Let me
see
know
the
when
Black Swan, Levi?
Let me
In
know
the
when you're
voice
ready.
text?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, why are most of these just quotes that claim that
They're not
Einstein is a
quotes.
fake?
They're not. There's
it-
no quotes here.
It literally says quote Nova.
Quoting
Nova.
what?
Quote. There's literally an image that says quote Nova.
No, go to 00 minutes after the hour under quantum erasure with the Santa hat. It starts with a modus tollens argument.
All right.
Let me turn you up too, because you're mumbling.
Sorry about that.
Alright.
Where is it? You said
It's at
00.
00 after the hour under quantum erasure, Santa hat. Globe Terminator, the one you were that I was eccentric.
I do not see it.
Well,
Oh, never mind.
continue
It's
to
right
scroll
there. Okay.
down. It's 00 after the hour. Are you Central Time or Eastern Time?
Now I found it.
You found it?
Yep.
So I'm going to go over the modus tollens argument. You familiar with deductive logic?
The what?
Deductive logic.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You can either have modus ponens or modus tollens. I chose modus tollens. I'll go over this real quick. If P, then Q, not Q, therefore not P. If the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles P, then every horizon distance measurement must be no more than 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Not Q, because the horizon distance is greater than 9.41 miles. We'll get to that here in a second. Therefore, not B. P. The Earth is not a sphere. Any problem with the logical consistency of this argument?
No, but I might have missed.
Yeah, that's fine. Just a quick run through. Everything's on the up and up, man. It's watertight.
Okay.
All right. So
Alright.
now I'm going to head to the evidence supporting the modus tollens. It's right underneath it. It says bye-bye ball. All right. This is a still that I took from a, and we can post the video at your request. It's not in contention at this point. What we have here is the observer is at 1 foot. He put the camera right down at the water in near Sacramento, not Sacramento, Miramar Beach in California. And he's looking out at these stationary oil platforms. Now, these oil platforms are only there to demarcate distance for us. So what he did was he put his camera down and he zoomed in at 1 foot observer height. Now, the max distance to the geometric horizon on a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles would be 1.22 miles. Can you tell me, sir, in this photo, where the horizon is, roughly?
Yeah.
Is it beyond 9.41 miles?
Oh, yeah.
Can we safely say it's 10 miles?
Probably even more than that. I don't think the human eye could observe the
That's okay.
horizon.
All I need is 10 miles. We're good. Because this is the end of my argument. Because how on earth can the Earth be a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles with a geometric horizon max distance 1.22 miles be 10 times further than that?
How do we know 39 to 50 miles is true?
That's the story that we're given from secular.
So we're going off a story.
What did you?
No, we're going off
to
the
get the geometric horizon.
Hold on a second, Levi. Who am I speaking to? That's in the background.
Unknown.
Unknown.
I'm just saying, we're kind of going off a story right now.
No, we're going off the story. You see, I'm putting the secular scientific community on the stand, and this is the story that they give us. Follow?
Or this is a story that we're being fed.
That they give us. So, it is well established that the radius is 3959 miles, conducted by Al Baruni, and confirmed. This number dictates everything about the nature of our reality. That is, rocket launches, day and night cycles, all your celestial bullshit out there. This is their story. I'm putting them on the stand, and I'm going to slap the shit out of them.
Don't forget more local things. The distance from one continent to another, the speed of which boats or planes travel, all of that.
Everything is based on the radius value, and the radius value is encrusted in stone.
But quantum, what would be the difference if?
Hold on.
On the radius.
Hold on. Yeah, I was going to tell him. According to Pythagorean formula, with the 1 foot observer height and just the horizon at 10 miles, the radius would be 264,000 miles. But back to the original. The globe Earth is dead of a radius of 3959 miles because there is no phenomenon in the history
of go off of the horizon, but you didn't go off of the diameter.
What? I went off the radius.
You didn't go off of the radius, sorry.
I went off the radius, 3959.
But you said the observer height compared to the horizon distance is what you.
What are you
plug into the? Okay, so what you said was you took the observer height and the distance of the horizon that you assumed was roughly 10 miles, and you.
Did I seem to ascribe
the Pythagorean theorem on that?
No, I shouldn't even brought it up. Albacore tuna.
Sorry.
Listen, sir, this is cut and dry. The max this is basic geometry. On a radius of 3959 miles on a sphere, the max distance to the geometric horizon is 1.22 miles. It's over. You need citation for that?
I'm just wondering where because to measure
where the ball went,
you have to have
bye bye.
Oh my God. So 2 points. So let's say one of them's the surface of.
You have to have 2 points for what?
To geometrically describe a radius require
the radius is already established, sir.
an established metric, Levi. That's something that can be contested as far as what you believe the Earth to be.
Yeah.
It's
You
established,
don't know what
and
the
it's
radius is. Well, how are you flying?
yeah, that's weird, huh?
The Black Swan.
That's all right. Let's go with 2 citations. Let's just kill this quick. At 9 minutes after the hour, from Andrew Thomas Young, San Diego State University, Astronomy Department. He's a subject matter expert in this area, by the way. If h is in meters, that makes the distance to the geometric horizon 3.57 kilometers times the square root of the height of the eye in meters, or about 1.23 miles times the square root of the eye height in feet. We can confirm this by the University of Washington Department of Mathematics. So for all practical purposes, we can estimate the distance to the horizon using 1.22459 times the square root of the height, or perhaps even more simply is just 1.2 times the square root of the eye height, which gives the distance in miles when h is in feet. It's over.
The Black Swan.
What the hell?
Black Swan.
This is a black swan argument, sir.
Irrefutable, airtight.
That's all I have for you today. You're very cordial and a good sport about it. So I'll leave you to Miggy. Thank you.
But you have been erased.
Miggy, what about my refraction? My refraction, Miggy.
But it's just too big. And why would they lie?
Yeah. So in conclusion, you being the pilot coming in here thinking that the Earth is a globe, now you're realizing that it's something else, right? It's not a globe.
Yes. I would continue on the argument. Not around the curvature or not curvature of Earth, but the apparent lack of space.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, and you can answer this as honestly as you can possible.
All right.
Even though after the black swan that was shown to you right now, do you still think the Earth is a globe, Levi? Or is it in question? Or is it in question is what I should have said. Or is it in question?
It's a little in question.